Hello there everyone! So, I have another new game that I am showing off. So this is the new God of War game here, and I am X amount of hours into the game at this point. I don't want to give away too many spoilers, but I love dragons, as you probably well know, and this game has some pretty cool boss fights. I mean, the God of War games as a whole always did, but this fight, I don't know, I just really wanted to show it off while I was doing it, basically. Look at this thing! Looks like some weird zombie dragon almost. Like, what the heck is this? And we're fighting it on some, I don't even know, like, elevator thing here? So, I'd imagine that something that huge would probably just break it IRL, but, you know, this is a different universe. This game is in a completely different realm. But just as a whole, you know, this game does look pretty good. This game does look pretty nice overall. That's one of the main things everyone's been saying about the new God of War. Like, oh my god, it's so pretty, it's so cute, and so cool. Unfortunately, I don't have a PS4 Pro, so it doesn't look as nice as it could by quite a lot, to be fair, because the old version of the PS4, I don't know, is kind of poopy in comparison to the new one. But this boss fight goes on for quite a while and gives me major Dark Souls vibes. And almost like the game that got re-released. It was a PlayStation game and they have like huge bosses that you have to take down. Someone probably knows what I'm talking about. But really cool fight overall. Like, you can see this dragon. He's like, what am I doing? And then he's just gonna breathe fire and create a gigantic hole in the wall. I guess that's pretty standard, but man, even though this thing is meant to be terrifying, I find it more cute than anything else. Is that a bad thing? Is it a bad thing that I find the dragon cute rather than terrifying? I don't know. But you may be thinking that this boss fight seems to be over for now, but the thing isn't dead. And they are just about to introduce a brand new game mechanic here, so you can probably guess that this is probably gonna go into the next part of this level slash boss fight, the continued bit of it. But honestly, if you're considering buying this game, I mean, it is quite expensive. It was £53 for me to buy it. You're forced to buy the digital deluxe edition on PlayStation 4 as far as I can tell, which is very annoying. Like online, I'm not sure if you can buy the physical copies without it being the digital deluxe, but even though it is quite an expensive game, because it is a big title, I am having fun with it, a lot of fun. The combat, 10 hours in, 10 or 11 hours in, which is what I'm at, has gotten a little bit stale, but the cool characters and the massive amounts of exploration in this game, I would say I would definitely give it a recommend. This game has been praised so highly thus far, and there's a lot of reasons for that.
Can you kill something that big?
And one of the dragons are one of those reasons. Well, I say dragons. This is only one dragon so far. I'm going to assume that there's going to be more in the game. And I'm sure if you look it up, you'll probably find out instantly that there are more. But not going to spoil any more of this game for me. Not going to spoil any more of this game for you. This is literally just me wanting to show off a cool dragon. I am that sort of person. If you played any of the other God of War's games, this is definitely better than them. From what I can tell so far, I think it is just an improvement overall. Kratos looks a lot cooler. There's a whole family dynamic. And look at this dragon! Oh, I want to cuddle him. I don't want to hit him in the face with an axe. If you're not into violence, obviously I wouldn't recommend playing this game or even continuing to keep watching, because it is quite violent. So it's not a game for small kids or very young children, of course, but it's like I don't know, I'd say if you're like 12, you'll be fine. You'll be fine as long as you're not like really messed up on the gore. Like, we are currently inside a dragon's mouth, whacking the crap out of his tongue. Well, I say whacking, we are stabbing with our axe. I guess that's whacking in a way. But I mean, this dragon is huge in comparison to the guy, so you'd expect that this boss fight's gonna take a while. Again, like Dark Souls boss fights, really, really almost grindy, but they have different phases the further on into the fight you go, and new mechanics get introduced that you have to work around to do the fight. You know, it's pretty standard stuff, but it does make the game quite enjoyable. And you can say that this guy, he is an electricity breather, so he's not really the fire breather type. He's all about that electricity, trying to burn the crap out of us, essentially. But we got these new firebomb things that got introduced earlier, so we can throw those at him. So thank you for teaching me how to throw these red jelly balls at this dragon earlier game. Very much appreciated. And I mean, it looks like they just want us to keep repeating the same thing over and over for now, so we'll keep doing that. We will keep doing it. He's such a cool looking dragon though, just as a whole. Because he looks kind of like a bird dragon to me. I think that's why I'm such a fan of it. Because, you know, the like front of dragons, like their mouth, the very front normally ends up looking a little bit like a beak. So, you know, a dragon plus a bird, that's like the best thing in the world to me. A dragon bird, fantastic. And I had to cut little portions of this video out, by the way, because, of course, because it's a big name game, everything is monetized. So just because there was a backing soundtrack in the background of this boss fight, it demonetized it. Of course, why would it not? You can't even play a goddamn game, like literally just play it without someone accusing you of like, you've stolen my content! Now you won't get any money. Damn you! But alas, we are back. We are back again. You just have to... Don't mind that little skip from before. It wasn't that bad. Like a couple of minutes of that, but... You can see he really, really likes to do this electricity attack over and over again until you throw more of these balls at him, and they explode when he is breathing his energy. Lightning. I don't know what they call it. But... they explode when he's doing that, so you have to throw them when he is using it. And then we have to wail on his open wounds. Ugh, disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. But I do like that his body is slightly different to just a completely basic dragon. He has a cool tail, and his head... I said it before, he looks kind of like a zombie, or some kind of weird... I don't know, groundish dragon, but the capabilities of the PlayStation and other consoles and PC over stuff like mobile games, you don't see this on mobile, you don't see this on handheld consoles normally. Well, I mean the Switch it's getting there slowly, but not quite still. It'll get there one day, I'm sure. Nintendo will bring out a console that actually... maybe it'll be able to stand up to the others. You never know. But come on, Mr. Dragon, what else are you gonna do? You gonna breathe more fire? Well, more electricity at me? Sweet. Yeah, I guess he is just gonna do the exact same thing over and over until we get him below a certain health, so... we're just gonna have to go and collect these little jelly cubes, jelly donuts, there you go. And that missed, great. If you haven't gathered, this was my first playthrough of this boss fight. And I have been awake now for about 40 hours. So, I am not going to be reacting as quickly as I would normally. You know, when you've been awake for almost 2 days straight, you start to notice, you're like, God, well, I'm making the same mistake, so why did I not do that quick enough? So, you know, pardon the gameplay, it's not going to be perfect, it is just on regular difficulty for now, but I don't think it would be too much harder on the higher difficulties, just because, you know, as soon as you get boss patterns down, it is easy as pie. Because that's all that Dark Souls and that is, it's more of a memory game than anything else. Oh god, what is he doing? Oh, he's seen the other guys! He's trying to chomp on him. So yeah, the idea is we're supposed to be killing this dragon while saving the kid and the random guy. But the dragon isn't having any of it. I mean, he's just been sitting there getting wailed on by this axe for so long already. And he just is not giving up. But this little pattern here is quite easy. Like, the hand comes down and there's like a little shockwave, so you can just block that. He comes out with his head and you should be able to just sidestep it. I was failing, again, because of my lack of reflexes at the time, but yeah, we do have the ability to heal ourselves as well with one of our abilities. So, the health is not an issue. Definitely not. You can see on normal, this seems to be quite an easy boss. You get a ton of leeway. So, you don't even have to worry. If you suck at video games, it's not even an issue. You can still play this on normal difficulty. There is a story mode, so where there is basically no damage that comes out. So you basically just one-shot everything. You don't take any damage. So, that is also another difficulty setting on this game, if you're that sort of person. But I mean, you know, it's a game. The gameplay at least has to be there to some extent. At least for me, definitely. And I'm someone that used to love trophy collecting in, well, specifically my PlayStation games quite a lot. I used to have a ton of platinum trophies and everything, but it's been a long time since I played a full playthrough of a PlayStation game. I think the last one I played was Uncharted 4, so that was what, 2 years ago now? God, to think that that game came out like almost 2 years ago now is pretty extreme. I was waiting on that game's release for so long. And oh, he's getting impaled! Yeah, this is probably gonna get pretty gruesome. This looks like this is probably the end of the fight here. Oh, Nelly. I mean, we have used this claw for a few other things during this level, but actually stabbing the dragon in the face was not one of them that I expected. That was basically like a cool guys don't look at explosions moment right there.
Wow, we actually did it.
So yeah, that is a probably dead dragon. I don't think it's coming back after that. And this guy here, I'm not going to give any spoilers away just in case about who he is, what he does. But we did just save him from this hulking, gigantic beast. So, you know, be grateful. God damn it. The thing was like 500 times my size.
What are these?
And I guess we get an upgrade for doing that, which is pretty standard. Pretty standard, I can appreciate that. Thank you, my friend. But you can do one thing right at the end regarding this dragon, so we'll go ahead and do that quick, and then I will call it for now. But you know, I did mainly just want to say, you know, I have been playing the new God of War game. I'm not sure how far away from the end I actually am now. Probably still quite a bit. But I do recommend playing it again if you're into these sorts of games. If you're too young to play it, don't play it. But, you know, I hope you enjoy something a bit very different from normal for a change. At least some of you. So he wants us to go and get this tooth out of this dragon's mouth. So, let's hope that it doesn't come back to life and insta-kill us, right? Let's go. Oh god, and we're gonna hack it off with this axe. Ugh! Again, there's some gnarly stuff in this game at times. And what's that? He has magma inside him? Oh, that is weird. Still, pretty cool design choice there. So I guess he's gonna use that in a stew or something. I don't know. Maybe keep it as a trophy on top of his mantelpiece. But there is our dead dragon. So thank you a ton for watching. I appreciate it. Love ya.